Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome into the latest episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. And I kind of told you, kind of predicted it. Not that I wanted to predict it, but I kind of did. That tonight might have been a losing night, and it was. 1 in 3. We got the play of the day correct, though, so that's good. We keep that streak rolling. We're now up to 7 straight, right? If my memory serves me correctly. But under Vegas and Edmonton, they're in overtime at the moment with no score here in Vegas. So crazy game going on there. But Celtics win the game, lost the first quarter. Lost that bet. The Tigers won. They walked off the Red Sox for a third straight game, but the Reds lost. The Rangers, well, they won, but the Mets got shut out by the Pirates 4-0. So, unfortunately, we go 0-2 in baseball, 0-1 in the NBA, and 1-0 in the NHL. So, a 1-3 day, down 2.18 units on the day. So, that puts us pretty much flat for the week here as we head towards a Thursday. Nothing serious, not great, but we're okay. Still very much in line to have another winning week. So just we were due for a cool-off day, and that's what we hit, unfortunately, for today. I have 2 hockey bets, and I have 1 NBA play. I'm going to take a pass on baseball here for today. It's a very small slate, and there's nothing really that I love with baseball, so we'll pause Major League Baseball here for a Thursday, and we will move on to that coming up for Friday and beyond. So 2 hockey, 1 basketball, but before we do that, let's remind you about the Hakeem Olajuwon jersey, which is available right now for you to win. How do you win it? You must be subscribed to the BettingPros YouTube channel, and then you have to comment on this said video. By doing that, you will be entered into the drawing to win the Hakeem Olajuwon signed Houston Rockets jersey, thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. But there's more, as they say. The prop contest is still going on. It is red hot at the moment. The Tony Parker signed jersey is what you will win if you come up with the best record in round 2 for the NBA player prop contest. You make picks and compete for prizes every round of the NBA playoffs. In this round, we're giving away a Tony Parker signed jersey. The grand prize will be an Allen Iverson signed Philadelphia 76ers jersey. You get to enter for free with this. Go to the BettingPros app or go to bettingpros.com/playoffs to enter into the NBA player prop contest with BettingPros, bettingpros.com/playoffs. Okay, let's start. I have a play on both hockey games here for today. So let's start with the Stars and the Jets. So I think the Jets are going to win this game. I do. But I think the better play here is to expect Connor Hellebuyck to play great at home. The thing about him, he's been tremendous at home. On the road, he's not been good. Like, just not good at all. And we faded him. Now, I'm going to bet on him. I don't mind the win, to bet the Jets to win to extend the series. I don't mind that. But I think the better play is just to have him play at home where he had a 1.63 goals against average this year, 27-3-0-3 in the regular season, and to go, okay, Jets most likely will win, but we know that the Stars generally play defensive hockey on the road. First game was 3-2 Stars. Second game was 4-0 Jets. Either or, I'm fine with it because we're going under 5.5. I'm going to bet on Hellebuyck to be good here at home, and I'm going to bet on Ottinger not to be horrible, to be good enough. I think the Jets win the game, but I'm going to bank on a desperate team playing great defense at home and Connor Hellebuyck riding the home crowd and the home energy to most likely a victory, but officially under 5.5 at -105 for the Stars and the Jets. For game number 5 for the Hurricanes and the Capitals, I'm actually not going to overthink this here, okay? We've been on the under every game, And we got burned last game, a 5-2 final. Open net came into play, but we were trending really well. If we get a low-scoring first period, and I don't mind no goals or an under 1.5 goals in the first period for the Hurricanes and the Capitals, the 2 games played in Washington was a 2-1 overtime win for the Hurricanes and a 3-1 win for the Capitals. Way under. Now we're going back to Washington. If this game is no score after 1, I will look to middle this. Because I do think the second period could be high scoring, and I do think the third period, when it comes to one team facing elimination, Washington might pull the goaltender really early. And so I want to get a middle out of this. It's 5.5. We're going to bet the under 5.5. But I very much want to play this coming back over 4, over 3.5. Like if we get a 3.5 at some point during the game, I think we have to take it because you're going to get 4 and 5, 2 numbers that 3-2, 3-1, and we can get ourselves a middle. So I don't necessarily think we're going to have to with the Jets and the Stars. I don't think we have to try to middle that. I think under 5.5 is going to be good. But for this game, for the Hurricanes and the Capitals, we're going to look for a slow start, okay? No score or 1-0 after 1, and then watch in the second period what the live number does and how quickly that live number drops because we want that thing to go really far down. Again, 3, 3.5, somewhere in that range, and we can come back and we can bet the over between the Hurricanes and the Capitals. I do think the Hurricanes are going to win the game. I do think they're going to close out the Capitals here today and win 4-1, but I think we'll see offense late. We'll see open net goals late. So pre-flop, we're going under 5.5, but in-game, we're going to come back with 3.5, 3, somewhere in that range, and bet the over for the Hurricanes and the Capitals. Both hockey games to go under. Hurricanes and the Capitals under 5.5 at -120. Jets and the Stars under 5.5 at -105. To the NBA. And the game tonight, only one game tonight in the NBA as we start to really get down low. We saw it last night with Boston. Celtics played extremely well. They didn't win the first quarter, but they had players step up that they needed. Luke Cornett was unbelievable. He did historic things last night, for real. You saw Sam Hauser, who I hope he's going to be okay. If you remember that prop, Hauser over 1.5 threes last year during the playoffs and last year during the Celtics season, we bet that so much over 1.5 threes. It was my favorite bet last year from a prop perspective in the NBA was Sam Hauser over 1.5 threes. And the fact that he got hurt in game 1 of this series and really hasn't been a factor and has not been in the rotation at all, to see him and Luke Cornett to both step up and play and really make up for what has been an awful series for Kristaps Porzingis. Huge for Boston. They needed the length, the size, and the extra three-point shooting in the wake of Jason Tatum. I told you guys this after Game 5, that the starting 5 and the bench that Boston could throw out there is still better than the Knicks. Without Tatum, Boston is still better than the New York Knicks. Now, they won the game yesterday like I thought that they would, and I'm so happy for Joe Mazzulla to go and show the heart in the fight and to shut up so many people that have been talking negative about Joe Mazzulla, about he's a bad coach, he's over his head, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, they just won the game by 25 points, a game that where their backs were against the wall, and they won by 25. Again, it goes back to Game 2. If Boston had won Game 2 and if Tatum had hit a shot or passed the basketball, Boston wins Game 2, it's a different story. It's a different series. It's not 3-2 New York. It's 3-2 Boston going to New York. So that's been the swing game here for the Celtics. But that leads me to the Thunder and the Nuggets because Denver is going to need their own version of Luke Cornett. They need someone to step up. They need someone to help them desperately. And I'm not sure who it's going to be, but Jokic, Murray, Gordon, and Westbrook have been big. Michael Porter Jr. is hurt. He can't, his shoulder's busted. He shouldn't be playing. I mean, what about Julian Strother? Somebody like that. We need somebody like that who has just to come out of nowhere and get 10 points, get 15 points for this Nuggets team. The Nuggets have covered every single game in this series except for Game 2, in which they lost by 43 points. In Game 1, they were catching 10.5. They won by 2. In Game 3, they were catching 6, and they won by 9. In game number, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. In Game 4, they were catching 6.5, and they lost by 5. In Game 5, they were catching 10, and they lost by 7. So here we are with a number of 5. It's probably going to climb. You may get 5.5. You may get 6. Denver may need to win this game in order to cover the 5 points. But I'm going to take the dog pregame and then look to try to find a time where Denver has a lead and we get plus money on OKC. If you see a +2 in game here, fire on it. Okay? Fire on it. We're going to try to middle this. We take 5 pre-flop and then whatever price you can get on the comeback with OKC. We did this last game, and it worked. +7, lost by 5, got the middle with OKC +2. Okay? And OKC winning the game. Let's go for the same thing. But pre-flop, Denver +5 for 1.1 units. All right, so our plays for today. Capitals and the Hurricanes, under 5.5 at -120. Winnipeg and Dallas, under 5.5 at -105. And Denver +5 in their must-win situation up against the OKC Thunder for 1.1 units. Those are the plays for us here on a Thursday's Daily Juice podcast. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please do that. If you guys haven't subscribed, do that as well. Leave a review if you want as well. Audio, video, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Leave a review. Tell us how we're doing. How can we get better at what we're doing here? And then go tell somebody about it. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys, every morning, get this podcast, The Daily Juice.